Okay, let me see. What settings do I want? What settings do I want? I play short quarters. I don't play long quarters like that. Live stream. 1080p. Go to 8x level. We can do that. No, I want VSync off. I don't want that on. Now I could leave it on to prevent screen tear. Now I could. Let's go to Ultra. It shouldn't hurt me. I got a 2080, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now I could leave vertical VSync on to get smoother gameplay. Yeah, I'll leave it on. I mean, I ain't got to get. I would have smooth gameplay than anything. I would have smooth gameplay. But I'm trying to play. I mean, I play random teams, man. I play with Detroit. I play with the Oklahoma City. That's who I play with. I don't know why. I just do. Don't ask me why. I just do. Get straight to the startup. Hey, let's get to it.
It's interconference time for these Thunder as they come in as the visiting team. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the last. Before we get going, let's hear from...
Thank you very much. Now, Blake Griffin is new to Detroit, but he feels the blue-collar nature of this city suits him just fine. He said hard work was in...
Well, Detroit is happy to have him, David. Thanks. Steve, compared to when you played, talk about elements of the game that are now easier for the players than, like I said, when you play.
I think if you start on the floor, the game is less physical. There's no more handshaking. There's no more chucking. There's no more hard fouls when they're throwing you up against the stanchion. And then I think off the court, the travel. I started when we flew commercial, Kevin. Now every team is flying private. I think the travel is definitely easier for players.
Not only flew commercial, Smitty, but we used to fly in the first flight out every morning, like 6 a.m. flights after a game, after a night game.
I remember those days. The positive was you didn't practice a lot when you got to those cities.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, the forwards, George and Grant. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's Adams in at the center position. George with the bucket.
Nice little way to take the early lead.
I see the effort, already pushing the action, trying to establish a presence.
Back to Jackson. The pass to Drummond. He feeds it to Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
Big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Drummond. Count that bucket.
Taking a hit, completing the play. Drummond with the excellent body control there.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Westbrook against Jackson. And it's Grant in the corner. Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Over Jackson. Westbrook, no good. Looking at the last game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, it was a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening. Gave up a lot of easy points.
Galloway kicks to Brown. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Jackson down low. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Drummond. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
You have to block out better than that. Drummond, one of the best in the league at converting off the glass.
Andre Drummond in his mid-20s. He's led the league in rebounding 3 consecutive seasons. And Greg, last season was his best one yet.
Really, I think, established himself as the franchise player for the Pistons. They'll go as far as he can take them. At the same time, though, I think the acquisition of Blake Griffin will only help to mature his game.
So he can't get either to fall. And so Brown will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Here's Drummond. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here's Westbrook, and finish off by Westbrook.
Get out of my way.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
No good. And Detroit the other way now. Inside, Galloway, the pass to Drummond. Jackson from long range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Steve, the Pistons still one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, but wouldn't you say there is still room for improvement there?
Yeah, I think so, especially since Drummond is so young. He's the key, though. Also, Blake Griffin makes them a better rebounding team.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. Teams in both conferences battling to get to the NBA Finals. Steve, what do you like to see in a championship series?
Kevin, I would love to see teams that are kind of evenly matched a lot of times, both in style of play and then also to have the stars within the stars. And what I do hate, though, is a team that is at a disadvantage because of an injury. That's the one thing I hate, because you always have the debate, if this player wasn't hurt, what would be the outcome?
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Here's Adams. Here's George. And Adams kicks to Ferguson. Over Robinson, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
We don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
And the Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Bucks. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out Detroit, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And right now for the Pistons, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
What they've done, they've kept themselves in the playoff picture, though. They haven't been spectacular, but they're still in the race. And we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Robinson. The Pistons working the ball around now. To the inside. A slam dunk by Robinson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And it goes down 2 points.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Lets it go from 11, and there's another one for the Pistons.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
Westbrook against Jackson. Left side Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. Westbrook, no good. Outside Robinson. Jackson from long range. And that one released in time, but no good. And that does it for the first quarter. The Pistons on top, up 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Dominant big men in the league, Andre Drummond, says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And, guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, what's that saying, guys? Sharing is caring. Just terrific ball movement here in that first quarter.
What they did, they left their egos in the locker room. It's a very all for one, one for all mentality.
The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Smith and Kennard are in the backcourt. And it's Robinson in at the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second.
Give me that.
And he gets it back.
3 times, baby.
Drummond working against Adams. And here's Westbrook from the arc. No good on that one.
Westbrook,
Excellent defense there from Smith. And Andre Drummond, an incredible combination of size and athleticism. Steve, any players that he reminds you of?
A young Dwight Howard. He's also been compared to a more athletic Moses Malone. Drummond's rebounding numbers back that up. With that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Robinson goes in. Griffin trying to get open. Robinson, that's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Westbrook, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
Yeah, the way he been shooting, he ain't hit nothing out there.
No good on that one. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. There's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably number 1 for me.
No kidding. Robinson misses. Thunder trailing by 4. Grant, right side. Here's Westbrook, and he drops it in from the low post. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Here's Griffin. The rebound by Grant.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose. No one near him. That's one he's got to hit. One he usually hits.
Robinson against George. To the inside, Kennard. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Kennard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Poked loose. It's stolen by Smith. In the corner, it's Robinson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I mean, tremendous body control in the air. Andre with the easy catch and flush.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
Westbrook, man, why you missing easy shots?
Tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. They get the rebound. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
So for the Pistons, Brown is checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Ellington comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Ish Smith. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Jackson kicks to Brown. Pistons passing it around. Drummond finds Griffin. The rebound by Grant. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Outside for Jackson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And it's 9 points for Reggie Jackson.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the paint, here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Blake is deadly as the picker in the pick-and-roll situation. Reason why, when he rolls, he catches it, he covers so much ground.
Right back at you, buddy.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league, and Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Patterson comes in for Grant. Thunder trailing by 4. Outside for George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Jackson. His last outing, he had 18 points.
He missed it.
No good.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
George, no good.
How did you miss an open shot?
Process on that one.
Wow,
Really bad shot
you
selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here we go, one-on-one. Ferguson's shot is good.
Nice.
Ferguson's got 5.
Nice.
7 seconds left in the first half. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Oh, nice little comeback.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They went into attack mode in the second quarter and came from behind to jump in front here at the half, even though it's just a one-point lead.
We did all right.
Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
I was surprised at how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got Patrick Patterson. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Ferguson. Then it's Noel. And it's Nader in at the small forward position. Schroeder up top, guarded by Jackson. Nader. That three off the mark. The Pistons leading. Galloway taking his time here. Passes it to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. 8 feet away. Here's Drummond. Second chance shot. Brown wide open. He fired. And he starts out with a miss in this one. Noel with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Ferguson misses. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Griffin, no one around him. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Blake is like having another guard on the floor, getting down and sprinting and beating everybody down the court.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And Smitty, for players going from college to the pros, which skills tend to be most immediately transferable?
You know, I think the skills on offense, a lot of times those guys are able to drive the basketball and penetrate. Those are the guys that can transfer easily from college. I think it's hard shooting-wise, being able to shoot the three ball at the college level, because at the NBA level, the line is pushed back. And I think the one skill level that gives a lot of young guys gives them a hard time is defensively. I think that's the one skill is not easily transferred to the NBA.
Ferguson, the pass to Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Over Jackson. And it's Schroeder missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Come on, man, what you doing?
2 minutes into the second half of play now. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Nader.
That's the shot they were looking for. After 3 straight misses coming out of the break, let's see if that sparks a rally.
Drummond with it. Now guarded by Noel. Offline with his 3. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Patterson walking contact inside. He's looking to get to the line down there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Pachulia, he's checked in for Drummond. Maker comes in for Blake Griffin. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Brown. And it's Kennard in for Jackson. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
Hey.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Galloway kicks to Kennard. Pass to Maker. Here's Galloway. Patterson defending. Maker passes to Pachulia. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Detroit, no good that time either. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Morris dishes to Westbrook. Here's Burton. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Burton's got his first bucket in this one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Back to Patterson. Here's Burton. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Oh, baby.
Luke Kennard, the 12th pick in the 2017 draft out of Duke. An outstanding shooter and has a lot more to show in his game.
So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 3. Galloway kicks to Kennard. Pass to Maker. Here's Galloway. The pass to Pachulia. Shot clock at 6. Kennard's shot is off. And Kennard, Smitty, went 1 pick in front of Rookie of the Year contender Donovan Mitchell. Some Piston fans ticked off about that.
Yeah, I understand. But he was top 20 in three-point percentage right out of the gates. It's not just about year 1. I think Kennard has a chance to be good.
Fires it up. Misses off the left iron. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Outside Westbrook. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now the Thunder with it. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Morris, no good.
How is it possible? Wide open 2.
Here's Kennard. He's covered by Westbrook, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Langston Galloway. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's George in for Dennis Schroeder. For Oklahoma City, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Pistons trailed by 7. Here's Kennard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Down low, here's Pachulia. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So for the Pistons, Blake Griffin comes in for Thon Maker. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Luke Kennard. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Ferguson's checked in.
In the control panel.
One shot, gentlemen.
I mean, 20 FPS, that'll make no
The free throw drops for Pachulia.
It's interesting. So many big, bruising centers in the league who can't shoot free throws, but Pachulia's actually pretty good at it.
And Westbrook throws it down.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Yes, indeed. The D thought they had him, but he still found a way to get it done.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Detroit, no good that time either.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
I had 3 blocks right there. 3 in a row. I didn't get that.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Wayne Ellington is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. 6 to shoot. And it's Schroeder missing.
Man.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Learning how to score in more ways. Andre now able to sustain offense rather than it being so sporadic.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Schroeder. To the middle. Makes it off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nice.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Jackson finds Drummond. Ellington with it, covered by Morris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Griffin down low, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, it's not just the power of Griffin, it's the skill set. Reliable inside.
Schroeder passes to Noel. And here's Morris for 3.
Yes.
And the Thunder another 3.
That can come anytime.
And this is his shot. You give him that much space, you're asking for trouble.
And the problem is you're already way behind. Obviously, your closeouts are ineffective. You're in trouble.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking. 3-pointer Ellington. He can't get that one to fall. And the Thunder going the other way now. Shoots from the block and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Creating a size mismatch in close. That's the kind of thing you're working for.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Timeout. hold on to the lead. I think.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Pass to Diallo. Right side, Westbrook. 5 to shoot. From down in the low post, it goes. Westbrook's got the lead, back up to 10 now for Oklahoma City. Pass to Drummond. Outside Griffin. Kicks to Ellington. Puts it up. That drops. Damn. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Westbrook against Jackson. Charity stripe shot. Goes back up. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Drummond.
You know, adding a few wrinkles, Drummond's interior game is evolving, becoming harder to defend.
A 3 from Morris. Here's Westbrook, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Free throws, man. I don't know. The way Westbrook been shooting, I don't think he hit a free throw all game. I mean, free throw all game.
Good on the first,
oh,
and that makes it a 7-point lead.
He makes it when he needs
for
to.
Detroit. Robinson's checked in for Brown,
which makes
and Langston
sense.
Galloway subbed in for Wayne Ellington.
Can you do it again?
He's off on the free throw, able to get that second one to drop in. Robinson finds Jackson, and it's good. 2 points.
Important time in the game in terms of momentum. You see Reggie willing to put the team on his back.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Nice.
Got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of
Give me that,
anybody.
nigga.
He
Give
knows
me that,
he can
nigga.
play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
George with no one around.
Oh,
that shot is off. And Detroit the other way now.
Oh, man, how you gonna miss that?
Robinson drives in from past the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's Grant in the corner. From beyond the arc. Rebound, Detroit.
And definitely playing the opponent, but also they're playing against the clock.
I think that's the thing. You can't give away 1 second now. You're toast.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the fourth.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one.
Yep, 49. Yeah, we hold them off.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
I mean, anything can happen, man. They still can come back.
The D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And They've been passive when they've needed to be
See that?
aggressive,
Wide open.
and
See that?
boy, did he make them pay.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen. If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Can we hit him, George? Can we hit him?
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 8. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Feeds it to Griffin. Pass to Jackson. Westbrook with the steal. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And Adams kicks to Westbrook.
That's what I'm finna do.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job of all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
All right, y'all. I think I'm finna call it a night. You know, I might stream again later on. Probably. I might stream Mortal Kombat later, probably. I had enough of 2K for the night. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep the stream going. I'm just gonna log out of here. Where? Let me open GeForce Experience right quick. Cause I can get the audio. Oh, wait a minute. I need to open the video control panel. Cause something. Make sure something click. Okay, CUDA. Where OpenGL at? Okay, it's on the 2080. So why am I getting low FPS then? Okay, OpenGL rendering. That is very strange. VSync is off. I don't get it. Let's see more to come at. Details. Let's optimize it. Okay. Well, let's play. I'll be glad when MK11 come out in April. I'm dang sure gonna cop that. Definitely, most definitely. Let's go to options right quick. 4K. VSync. Yep, screen tearing. It sure will. What should I keep this on or not? Put it on variable. Hope it don't lag, man. That's what I'm worried about. Very high. I see how I play.
Border Realm Invasion.
Continue? Oh, no. Oh, Lord, man. I didn't mean to do this. Let me click out right quick. I did not mean to do this. I did the wrong thing. I meant to go to towers. That's what I meant. What do I want to get this time?
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Prepare yourself.
Got an arrow with your name on it.
Round 1. Fight.
He got stream lag, I know that. top of head. Toasty, you got what? Down, back, forward, wide. Something right quick.
Scorpion wins.
My FPS dropping too much. Let me see something.
Assassin battle.
An assassin battle? Okay.
Your rule is over. You expect me to surrender? I expect you to die. Round 1. Fight.
Extreme leg, bro.
Round 2. Fight. Scorpion wins.
Okay. It was what it was.
Assassin defeated.
Still on Quan Chi's leash?
I will blacken your bones.
I assume that means yes.
Round 1. Fight.
Let me see, can I go to the main menu. Oh no, I ain't gonna worry about it. They ain't gonna let me do it.
Scorpion wins.
bye-bye. Oh, Sonya Blade. She could be tough at times now, I ain't gonna lie.
Taking you down, Scorpion.
Your training will not test me.
Not my training, my skill.
Round 1. Fight. Scorpion wins.
I can't get his fatality down right. I don't know why. I gotta fix that lagging, man. It's lagging pretty bad. I don't know why. Maybe it's the settings I chose. Maybe I ain't picked the right settings. I shouldn't have put variable frame rate.
You eliminated me from the tournament.
Be grateful I did not kill you.
Yes, I can now kill you.
Round 1. Fight.
This again. Maybe it got down back for a while. There we go. There we go.
Scorpion wins. Fatality.
That's what I'm talking about. I think the problem was I was standing too close. I wasn't standing far back enough.
For Satera!
For the Shirai Ryu!
For the final time!
Round 1. Fight!
start over again?
Sub-Zero. You now protect Earthrealm?
A more noble way to live.
A sure way to die. Round 1. Fight! Sacrifice honors me. Round 2. Fight!
Stuttering too much, man. Come on! Man, come on!
Just my patience.
All this damn stuttering starting to piss me off now. Come on, block that, man. Chest cold. Head close. What is forward, back, down? Wait, forward, wait, back, forward, down. Wait. Back, forward, down, back.
Sub-Zero wins.
Man, one thing about stuttering, boy, it sure affect your gameplay. Ain't me too bad. I mean, they be have this little delay when we try to punch. They be delaying. I'm like,
Stand down, Sub-Zero.
Do you not trust me?
Trust is earned.
Round 1. Fight!
go again.
Sub-Zero wins.
Well, if somebody get whooped, look like it's you, Jax. Johnny Cage. Pretty boy. Actor.
Nice to see ya.
Must everything be a joke?
Yeah, it does.
Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight. Sub-Zero wins.
Aha, take that, Johnny Cage. I gotta fight my own self. This should be interesting. I might lose this time. If I lose this time, I'll probably start the stream.
I challenge you, Sub-Zero.
Will there be no peace between us?
Not in this or any lifetime. Round 1, fight.
No, I ain't fighting myself. I got to do it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Round 2, fight.
You cannot win.
Back, forward, down, back. get his fatality down.
Sub-Zero wins.
Ferrator. Well, I guess I won't start streaming yet. But I am about, after a while, I'm starting to get tired a little bit.
You no listen toy, Freezy.
The beast said nothing.
We take eyes. You learn use ears.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Violence begets violence.
Final round. Fight.
You cannot win.
Come on, man. What you doing? Man, this damn lag is fucking rough, man.
Finish him.
Victory! Woo! Good boy.
I don't have enough now.
Ferrator wins.
I gotta fix this lag. This lag affecting my gameplay, man. Can't play like that. Alright, that's the end of my gameplay there. Alright, that's the last of me. I don't want to play no more. That's it for me.